Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm so pleased that lots of you have subscribed lately, and I want to say thank you for all my loyal subscribers. And it's a bit like Facebook. If you like something you see, please press the thumbs up button, because that shows me that you like my videos and what I'm showing you. That would be really great. So anyway, so today I'm just going to be playing with Eclectic Grunge, which is a collection by Uniquely Creative, and I get a subscription from them called the Creative Club and Creative Kit, sorry. And in the kit there comes a whole heap of things. So this time it's come with papers. This is one of them, and it comes with lots of things you can cut out. There's my box of cutouts, and it comes with that I've cut these from the papers. I've fussy cut all of those out. And it came with a set of pre-made tags and words, and there's what they call the creative cuts, which are on a thicker base. It came with an embossing folder and puffy elevated words, and kasha, a mark making stamp, some twine. There's some other words, there's another, sorry, I'm trying to get it here, another word sheet here, letter sheet here. So it comes with lots of variety. I think I've probably forgotten something. Sorry, I'm just trying to put it down there. But today I just thought I'd show you sometimes how I make my cards. So sometimes I just find an element that I just want to start with. So I chose this tag, and I did what Tracy did with her tag. I just embossed it with the embossing folder that came in the kit. And then I worked out that I wanted to put this on top of it like that. I thought, okay, well, what else can I do to make that work on a card? Because I'm thinking, okay, here's the card base. And how do I want that to make it work? So I usually just play with this first before I even worry about the card base. I'll put that to one side, put these words to one side. And then I thought, oh, maybe I did actually buy a starburst die, so I apologise that I'm making this card and you don't have this element, but you can still make the card without that element, I think. But I did decide that I would like to have I didn't get the cardstock that comes with that is recommended to go with the kit. I just used stuff that was in my stash because I've got oodles of cardstock I need to use up. So I decided to use this sort of blue. It's not navy blue. It's just a blue. I did think about the orange, but I thought maybe it was a bit too orange. I just wanted something to contrast, and it sort of matches this end here. And then I thought, well, maybe it just needs a bit of whiteness underneath, so I cut a little bit of strip off. There's a little panels of wall on one of the papers, so I just used the white one to pop that underneath. I'm not sticking anything down just yet. I'm still playing, and that's what I do sometimes. Sometimes I spend ages playing with my cards, playing with what I like, and not playing with the cards, playing with elements to sort of make the card work. And it can take forever, ages to make a card to my liking, but and I really enjoy. I actually enjoy the playing and mucking around. And then I thought maybe I could use a bit of the twine as a bit of a extra feature. So I'm just going to twirl this around a little bit. Just use my fingers, and I've moved my element because it's wrapped around the twine. So just trying to do it very loosely, and I might have a bit floating down here. I probably should have some white underneath so you can see what I'm doing. Just a minute, excuse me. Sorry. I'm just going to use one of these papers. So this is one of the papers from the collection, so you can see what's happening here. And then I thought I could put maybe the twine underneath all of that. It's still staying in its shape, so it's sort of a bit like that. And I don't know. I'll see how it goes. And then I thought, oh, we could put it all on the card base, and then I just thought maybe I should choose a paper to go on the background. So I've chosen this paper. It's called Authenticity, and there's the back. I think I'm going to use this side because I quite like this sort of crackled texture here. So we're going to take this paper away so I don't have glue all over it and mess it up. Actually, I quite like that paper too. Let's cut the two and see which one I prefer. This is what I mean by plain. It doesn't matter if I don't use it today, it'll be done another day. And I apologise, there's not going to be any measurements because I usually do line of sight. Sometimes I do the whole card base, but sometimes I just do a little bit of a border around the outside. And then I use my pencil to sort of mark where I want to cut it. Yeah, we're going to cut it here. The thing is about using pencil, sometimes it'd be hard to see where you've on this kind of paper. You can't see where I've cut, where I've done the. Oh. Maybe I need to use not a pencil. It's there. Oh, I can just see it now. It's just there. Alright, so it's just here. Sometimes you can see it by lifting it like so, because it's lead pencil, it glistens a little bit. I'm going to mark it there, and the other mark is just here, so roughly guesstimating where it ends, and then doing the other end. I apologise if you can't see, but I think my ruler tends to be a bit off the camera, but I can't move it anymore because I've got cupboards just there. Shelving units and cupboards. Okay. I reckon I've cut that wrong, you know. I have. Doesn't matter. Because if I cut the strip, I can use the strip on another card. Because I quite often use strips to build layers. So, cut that to size. So I've got that pattern. And just so that for time and expediency, I'm going to use this one to draw around the other one that I thought I might like to use. Again, pencil. You can use a craft knife if you don't have a trimmer, and just do what I've done. Just measure with ruler and use templates and things like that, and use scissors. Alright, so we've got that. Put that out of the way. So we'll put those two card bases to one side to work out which one I prefer. So let's play with this tag. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Put it right over here out of the way. Alright, I think I need to put this down first because it's a bit big. Just work out exactly where I want it, because I don't want to have it. This twine is going to be annoying me, I know, because I've just lost my little other element that I had. Oh no, it's here. Sorry, I thought I'd lost this little element here, but I'm still here. Let's have a look. Like about there, I think. So just put some glue. And I probably should have made sure my glue bottle was not sticking and didn't have a glue bank up at the corner, but I didn't do that, did I? So just trying to find, I probably should just work out about there and put the glue on this side. It's a bit cool this morning, so it's not coming out. I know I've just taken my mark away, but I'm just having a bit of a guess here. It's still not coming out. Excuse me. I don't think it's blocked, it's just not coming out because I'm not squeezing hard enough. I mean, I love 450 glue, but this is the only problem I'm just a bit worried that as time gets on, I might not be able to squeeze the bottle as hard. Wish they had just had an easier bottle to use. And I like this because it does give you a bit of wiggle room, but it's still, when it's dry, it holds things really well. So let's have a look how we go. About there, I think it was. Just on the edge of the tag. Cut off the excess, and it can be used again, which is a good thing. I'm actually glad that Tracy quickly showed that she embossed the tags, because it's something I would not have thought of, and I think it's a great idea. I need to do. I'm not very good at using my embossing folders, and I have given away quite a lot in my past and sold quite a few because I just never know what to do with them, but or how to use them to the best effect that I like. Just make sure that's all stuck down. We might not have time for two. I don't want to take too long. I've got another one here to do as well. We'll see. Quite like the starburst dies. Quite nice. I like the whole crunchy sort of look about it as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to elevate this one up, but in the meantime I'm going to put this this element underneath. How did I want it? I'm just, you don't have to, again, you don't have to do this. I'm just doing it for another layer of textures. Can't really see the layers. I'm just going to move it around a little bit to I like what I see. Maybe I should have kept maybe I should have kept the starburst a bit longer to go to the edge of the page. Oh well, I can always do that afterwards, I suppose. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here just to hold that down. It stays. And a bit of glue over here just to hold that down. Use some squares from Uniquely Creative. There's a lot of squares to use, Kay. You could have used packaging, but I don't have packaging that thick. I want to have the thickness. I could just use the strips. That would be a quick picker, wouldn't it, really? Strips here on the same thing. Oops. So yesterday we went to the other side of the CBD to go and have a chat to my anaesthetist about my operation that's coming up soon, and seemed very nice, and we talked about what did I want, a mask or some nasal thing we'd use to help, and I said to him that I had a problem with wearing a mask in the past, and I've actually was experiencing a great deal of panic attacks around the whole thing, and he said it's quite common apparently, which I thought was good, because a previous surgeon, an eye surgeon of mine, made me feel a bit silly about that kind of stuff. Made me feel as if I was being, he sort of used to think it was really funny, but it wasn't really. It was actually quite distressing for me. So I'm just going to put that there. I might fiddle with that a bit later. So we've got that texture there, and we've got this texture I want to put underneath as well. We're going to lay that flat. So we talked about about that. And what he's going, he told me what he was actually going to do, and so, which was really good. So I like it when they explain. It really helps, I think. So then right next door with this really lovely shop that sold cheeses and Italian things, and I said to Tony, let's go in there and buy some cheeses. So we did. Oh, it was lovely. So we bought some cheeses, a bit more expensive than what we normally buy, but we don't do that sort of stuff very often. And it was, we brought it home and had it for tea with a few other things, which is not something we normally do, but it was just so gorgeous. So we'll go better with that one, which I quite like, really like, or this one, which, you know what, after all that, after what this one I thought was really nice. I think this one, what's it look like on the back? Bit too dark for my liking. Keep that one. Use this one. I really like that one. I reckon that's great. Those two together, perfect. So anyway, we bought a whole heap of cheese. We bought a couple of cheeses, some panettone, which I absolutely love, and I haven't bought it for a few years because of all the COVID supply issues. Haven't had it for ages, so picked up a bit of that. And then on our way home, we went to the supermarket and bought some strawberries, and we had apples at home, and bought some dip and some fig stuff to go with it. And we had a sort of like what I call like a smorgasbord for tea. Oh, charcuterie, but we didn't really actually have any meat. Oh, well, we did actually. So we bought some salami, and that was really nice. Haven't done that. We used to do that kind of thing. We used to watch a football in the afternoons when we were a lot younger. We haven't done it for ages. This is really nice to have something different from the usual stuff. I'm going to stick that down. I quite like that. But for those people who don't know, when the pandemic was happening, our state premier was Stephen Marshall, and he was from the Liberal Party, which is a Conservative party. And anyway, he was in the shop as well, so I controlled myself and didn't say hello, how are you? Did a great job of the pandemic. Well, I thought he did a good job of the pandemic. Him and his advisors, but unfortunately didn't really help his election prospects in the next election. Mainly I think it's because people were a bit they decided to open up the borders because all the states were all closed off for each other, as you remember, and he opened the borders up just before Christmas, and there was a big wave of Omicron come in at that stage, and there was a lot of people who caught that, and I think that was sort of like didn't help his cause at all. I'm thinking of cutting it out and doing a bit of a weird bow, if you know, just to sort of, because they're way apart from each other. Maybe not. I've cut that off now, and I shouldn't have done. I think I'm going to stick a bit of glue there under that one. Oh, just a little bit of glue just to hold the... It's cold today. 16, that's why I've got a jumper on in here, which is unusual for me because normally I get too hot. Especially with the lights on. Light I should say. For me to see because this is a bit of a dark bedroom, this one. This is the back of the house, and I have to have a light to see what I'm doing. So I hope you're doing okay and doing well and keeping things at bay. Okay, so I'm going to cut that bit off there. Alright, so we've got a bit of texture there, and I think that that one is done. How much time have I got? I might just show you what I'm thinking for the second one. Again, I actually started off with this element this time. It says extra. Just choosing the elements first, and then I thought, oh, what tag shall go on that? So I chose this tag. And then I thought, well, extra what? Extra what? Extra what? So I had a rummage around and I tried different things. Like there are lots of word options in the kit. And in the end, I thought I'll go extra wild. Why not have an extra wild birthday party? I thought, well, it needs something else. And I just didn't know what to put on. I tried all the things I thought would work, and in the end, I decided on this. Is it a cheetah or a leopard? No idea. This cool dude. Anyway, actually, perhaps I should have done extra cool. Maybe I could find that, but where it is, I know there's a word that says cool something, but I think it's on something else. Anyway, so we'll. I might just pop that on foam mounts. Like I said, if you don't have foam mounts, you can use packaging, whatever you have really. And like I said, I don't really have very big. My packaging gets caught up for other things. Gets caught up with other things, either used for winding my lace and stuff around. Okay, that'll do. Got a busy day tomorrow. Off to see the physio for my shoulder, and then I'm having a scan of my upper stomach area to see what the problem was that I had last week. Well, it wasn't very well for a couple of days at all. A lot of pain. And so that's going to have a ultrasound for that. And then I'm going to have my hair cut, because I think it badly needs cutting before my operation, so that it's sort of manageable when I come home. It doesn't annoy me. I think that needs to go down a bit more, but the trouble is I want to be able to see his little what, Kay? Headphones thing. Let's have a look. Does that still fit? It does. That was my biggest worry. They wouldn't fit on a card. Extra wild. I'm going to have a relook at that because I'm not too sure. I'm actually tempted to use that there. The other dye I did buy was this textural dye. And I'm going to put this behind as well. Cut it up. Probably a bit much. Cut it up smaller again. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes less is more, as they say. Cut that bit off a bit again. Alright, let's have a stick that down. And then Friday's just as busy with appointments. I've got to have a follow-up with my shoulder surgeon. What else am I having? think I'm seeing the GP as well as a follow-up to this, all the blood tests and things and the scan that I've had for the other issue. I just have to see how we go. It just goes to show how easily one can have these things happen to you, really. I'm actually thinking of doing it there. No, just needs a little bit, I think, on this side, just to sort of balance it out. Maybe I should have stuck it underneath here. Oops, underneath the elevated things. Oh, probably won't go there now. Oh, that's better. Glue here. Bit of glue is going to shine. Get rid of the glue. Best investment ever. Alright. I'm umming and ahhing about using this banner. I'm still thinking about this extra wild. I think I will put that down, I think. It needs to be glued at the top and maybe elevated down the bottom with the fine mount. So it's sort of even and not sort of dipping and vanishing underneath. Extra wild. Yeah, that's good. And now we've got to have a back. Put this bits in the bin, sorry. And just have some things at the back. That sort of disappears down that end because it's a lighter grey. What about that? Do it the other way around. Yeah, I actually quite like that one. I'm glad that sort of had that there. Actually looks alright. And with this die, the one thing about it is that it's got, when you cut it out, it's got these negative images, negative things you could use as well. So that, I think that's really great. Just going to put that down. But I did learn a long time ago that it's best to, I was always used to stick down stuff and then I stuck stuff down. And I tell you, I think I have improved my card making, because a card came up on my feed the other day and I'm thinking, oh really? That's really bad. Really bad. And I think with this one, I'm going to put a little bit of, no, do you reckon? A bit of twine down this end as a bow, as a bow. So look if that works or not. Because tags usually have string or bow. Mostly just to have a pretend one like this. Actually, I might still try and do the bow. I don't know what it is about this twine, because they have different colours for this twine, but it's funny because like the neutral and the white are fine, but of the black, I don't know, it just feels weird. I don't know, it feels different, it feels weird. I don't like it as much to fuss and bother with. Just needs a bit of a smaller bow, I think. And what I might do is actually cut it, so it's sort of like less like a bow, more like a well, that goes. I reckon that goes. Stick this down first, this tag down. I've got a feeling I'm gonna fuss and bother with the string on this other one now and get rid of it. I don't know if I want it there after all now. Probably won't. I just want to sort of tweak it a little bit, I think. Did that stick? Did that put glue down there? Not, didn't seem to. Enough, probably. That's better. And pull that one over this way as well, and then we just have the two. Oh, no, just leave it like that. Okay, just leave it. Just make it a short one. I think it works. And I might actually cut that. I can hear this flapping around outside, but I know my husband's out the front cleaning the car, so I wonder if there's a bird out there in trouble. Do you know what? I think I've spoiled that, so I'm going to cut that out and just leave it the way it is. Anyway, I think that's going to be my lot. I don't know if I want to add any more orange up here on the corner. No, I think that's enough. Get rid of the extra here, and then I will fiddle around with this this string. I think that sort of makes a bit more random. That's it. It's definitely flapping around outside. I wonder what's going on. The bird is stuck, like I said, because I just outside my window there's two hanging pots and a fence, so I don't know what's going on. I think that's going to be all for today, and I love this kit because it's so different, and I'm thinking my grandsons are getting older now, and I'm thinking this would be really good for them. But I've also got young adult men in my family, and I think some of these would be really good for them too. So thank you very much for joining me today, and please give me a thumbs up and make a comment, and we'll see you next video. Thank you. Goodbye.